do think that I would say most people, if not everybody in this audience today, might be a little bit having a kind of a bad week. As Lanny kind of mentioned, the week started with our president doing an executive order to roll back a lot of the progress that actually the Obama administration had made towards trying to turn the country towards climate change, doing something about climate change. And so we have to say, we're going backwards. We've gone a couple steps backwards. But I will say this, after tonight, you're going to have a lot better week, I'll tell you, starting right now. It's going to be a hell of a lot better week if you hear this. We're going to turn things around. Now it's true actually that despite even what the Obama administration was doing, a lot of the countries coming out of the Paris Accords, despite all those efforts that was making genuine progress, it wasn't going to stop global warming by any chance. We were still going to be putting a bunch of carbon into the atmosphere. We're going to try to slow it down somewhat. We're going to actually try to mitigate the worst of it, but we still were heading off the cliff. And it's just true. We hadn't really swung big enough. To really actually stop global warming, or to reverse, in fact, global warming, we actually have to start taking carbon out of the atmosphere, not just slowing it down, make it prolong the agony. And so that piece, basically, that effort, and what's really needed to do that is to do that. And tonight, we are going to hear, really, the topic of tonight is the world's first comprehensive plan to actually reverse global warming. That's right. We are really going to swing big. Now, our guest tonight, Paul Hawken, was starting to grapple with this question about like 15 years ago, right after the turn of the century, you could say, where he's trying to figure out, well, look, it's not just about slowing down the carbon that's going up, or mitigating, slowing down the kind of global warming, but we really have to reverse it. And so he started looking around saying, well, who is out there who's pulling together the best solutions of how to do this, let alone pulling together a more comprehensive plan of how could we actually pull this thing off in time to kind of keep the temperature below 2% rise. And he looked around, nobody was really doing it. And it surprised him. And so over the years, he kept digging around, looking for this thing, figuring out what groups are doing what, and he just could not see anything with that kind of comprehensive look on how we actually going to pull this off. And so about 4 years ago, he said, hell with it. If no one else is doing this kind of crazy project, I'm going to basically start helping to get this going. And so this is the beginning of this Project Drawdown. And since in the last 4 years, this project has connected up researchers, activists, thought leaders around the world in an audacious project to actually find those best solutions and come up with some kind of plan that would actually give us hope that we can actually pull this thing off. And that is what he's going to lay out to us tonight. In fact, giving some very surprising kind of findings that they found through this thing, and actually coming up with what they actually are about to unveil. So this is really going to be fun to watch this. Now, for those of us who, a lot of people here who are new to what's now San Francisco, I just want to say a couple things that make this a little bit different than your normal kind of gathering. So I'll just give you a couple pieces of this. One is this is a gathering where we systematically, every month, we are going to a different center or hub of innovation going on in the Bay Area here. And we've been in like AI, what's happening in AI, virtual reality, energy, government innovation, civic kind of innovation, all kinds of things, with the idea that over the course of the months, we're going to create a network of networks of people from all the different innovators from these different fields to find a place to cross-fertilize their ideas and actually make everybody's ideas better. And so we've been doing this for the last year, and here we are with the topic of sustainability. The second thing we always do is we always try to figure out who's a remarkable person in that field that's really pushing the edge of innovation in that space. Who's really doing that? And I'll tell you, tonight we've got, Paul's about as remarkable a folk as we've actually had here and about you can get here in the Bay Area. And on the one hand, he's a serial entrepreneur. Folks who have been here for a while can remember as far back as the 70s, he co-founded Smith & Hawken kind of stores of kind of getting the whole idea of gardening tools in motion. Through the 80s and the 90s, we saw those kind of stores all over the place. He's had a bunch of other companies, including some current ones, one that's in natural foods, and he's actually got one in solar. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's also an intellectual. He does them both. He had 7 books, many of them bestsellers. Many of them have really defined what is the kind of sustainability field. Natural capitalism, made a huge impact on my own thinking when that came out. He's also growing a business he did with that piece that eventually went into a PBS series of 17 episodes, which he hosted. So again, really getting his ideas out there. And so he is really the real thing. And as far as, we always want to get someone who's rooted here in San Francisco, and there's about nobody in this room who's going to beat Paul. Paul's family goes back 5 generations in the Bay Area here. Many of us, I'm sure, are transplants, and he's really got roots in the space. The third kind of thing to just put out here is it's what's now San Francisco. We're looking at what is really coming out right now that's the most fresh, interesting insights going on. And if it's fresh and interesting here, it's going to be really interesting the rest of the country, the rest of the world. And so what we're always teasing out is really to get those kind of fresh ideas. And I will say, we're checking the box here too. We have got, actually, can we get some chairs here for Stuart and Ryan? Here, we got Stuart Brand and Ryan Phelan. It's like, this just shows you the kind of people in the audience we've got here today. This is the A Squad gathering here. Paul, they're all coming to kind of hear wisdom. Anyhow, I just want to say, in terms of uniqueness and freshness, this is the first public event that's to launch the entire book project of Project Drawdown. The book isn't even going to come out for a few weeks here. This is the first public event to actually push it, so we're honored to have that here. And not only on top of that, this is going to be, Paul's going to give a presentation here to start this thing off. It is the first time he's done this public presentation, which really lays out this project, what they found, and where to go. Again, completely honored to have this, the first place to actually lay this stuff out here to this audience. And I will say the final thing about these things is we always video these. And this isn't just archival, this is live streaming. These are a 3-camera shoot. You all are going to be on video because we're shooting as much of the crowd as we can actually get. So when you're talking in Q&A, you'll be on it. If you don't want to be on video, you're going to have to hide in the restrooms. So just around here. But the idea here is we want to get these ideas out. We want these ideas to get out. We want this kind of thinking to get out there. And so if anyone does want to get it out there, we've got a hashtag What's Now SF. It's over there on the wall. You can see it there. We'll be live tweeting it, and it'll actually tell you where it's being streamed, which is on our site, reinvent.net, the media company I found, and that runs this whole program. So anyhow, I would say with the live stream and with the event here today, I'm hoping that the week started out pulling us back a couple steps, but that Paul is going to slingshot us forward. And with that, let's have Paul come up and give us a